Good afternoon. You're with the news on headlines today. I'm Preeti Chaudhary. Our focus story in this bulletin. The Mamta Banerjee government has now ordered a CBI probe into the Nun gang rape case. She has said that given the seriousness and sensitivity of the case, I have decided to entrust investigations to the CBI. Mamta has said that the West Bengal government will provide all necessary cooperation and assistance to the CBI for investigating the case. Remember, 10 people have been detained in the case so far, but no arrests have been made yet. My colleague Indrajit Kundu is joining us live with the very latest filtering in on this news break. Indro, can you get us up to speed with this news break? Mamta Banerjee now asking the CBI to step in and take over the reins of investigation.
Well, Preeti, it's been, 5 days that this incident has come to light. The investigations were first handed over to the state CID, but in spite of, such long span of time and in spite of having the CCTV footage as evidence and identifying some of the perpetrators of this crime, the state police, the state CID have failed to nab even one person so far. None have been arrested. There has been considerable amount of pressure on the Mamta Banerjee government. Yesterday when we were, chatting with the clerics there and even the students, they were all demanding a thorough CBI investigation. They clearly told us, that they were not confident about the CID probe, that they were not feeling very confident about the entire matter. And there was a chorus, the chorus was growing loud for a CBI probe. It seems like the state government has now bowed to that pressure, owing to the fact that the state police has not been able to make much progress, much headway in the probe. So Mamta Banerjee coming out and stating that the probe will now be handed over to the CBI and the state government will provide every cooperation that is required. So in a sense, she had to bow down to the pressure given the unprecedented agitation that she had to face when she herself visited Nadia.
But when you look at it, Indro, over the past, when other incidents have taken place in the state of West Bengal, the Chief Minister Mamta Banerjee has openly brazen through everything. Every time there have been demands of a CBI probe or anything else, she's refused to relent, refused to bow down. There has been, at least in this particular case, when we saw her visiting Nadia, and now CBI being gotten because Mamta Banerjee has asked for, the investigations to be taken over by the CBI. Do you reckon, because you've covered the past cases as well, there has been a certain change in Mamta Banerjee in the way she has approached this particular case?
Well, absolutely. There is a huge difference as far as this case is concerned with the other cases that we have reported on over the past few years. This is a case which was instantly brought West Bengal to the international scenario. There were international agencies, clerics, and the international media, which is also giving a lot of attention to this one. Secondly, the fact that this is a minority institution at a time when we are seeing that there are increased attacks on minorities, especially on Christian minorities. So it's a very sensitive issue for the state government of West Bengal. From the very beginning, if you see, senior ministers have been coming out, making statements in the media, saying, crying foul, saying that it might have been a conspiracy. Even the State Minorities Commission vice chairperson yesterday echoed the Mamta government's, perception about this entire issue, saying that there could have been a larger game plan to this entire attack. And that's the reason why many would say, perhaps the opposition very soon is going to say that the government is trying to shred its responsibility because it has failed miserably in getting hold of the culprits. The anger on the ground was palpable. Perhaps that's the reason why Mamta Banerjee went there to give her own personal touch and bring situation and calm things on the ground. But that was not to be. If you remember, when she went to the Kamduni gang rape case, she had faced agitation from women there. And this was the second time when Mamta Banerjee went to a similar situation. She was once again, in the face of agitation. But this time the agitation was much more, the intensity of the agitation was much more. There were thousands of people and she was get out for over an hour. And the fact that the police has completely failed in nabbing even one single culprit. There was a lot of buzz that probably the Chief Minister herself will come out and make the declaration even when the police arrest at least one culprit. But that has not happened in 5 days' time. So it does come in as an embarrassment, and the government facing the consequences thought that perhaps it was a saner decision to hand it over to the CBI, because ultimately then the ball would be in the central government's court.
All right, appreciate you joining us, Indra. We'll keep coming back to you. My colleague Indrajit Kundu has been on the story reporting. We'll of course keep going back to him.